Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 5 of Porcupine Mountains of Michigan. So we're hanging out here in the beautiful, beautiful northern part of the Upper Peninsula, and this is God's country, apparently. I have been working my butt off. I've got 37,000. I've been dealing with trees, but I want to show you something. Remember, remember our sheep pasture? You know the one. Well, I had to delete it. Reason, quite simple. I couldn't figure out how to get sheep wool or goat's milk from it. So that's where we are with that. But I took some money from trees and decided I needed to get a spreader. So I actually sold, after I got the rest of the fields plowed, I went ahead and took the plow and the cultivator and our fertilizer spreader all up to the shop and went ahead, sold those, and purchased this new spreader. Now it holds only 1,500 liters, so it's not big, but I'm hoping that we can, make it work. Now I do have the hand liftable bales mod, um, so I can lift those up to fill this because it doesn't have an autofill. So let's go ahead, get our field here. This one especially needs to get line put down because I can't do that at any other time before it's harvested. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, this is a little bit heavy for this tractor. I'm finding that this tractor has some limitations. So that is definitely on my list of things to do so that I can improve. Is I need it. I need it to improve really badly, actually. Well, I mean, it says that let's just go with 12. I think 12 is a better representation of what this thing can actually do. So yeah, I want to get this field lined. It's already had some fertilizer put on it. It might actually be completely fertilized at this point. But yeah, this tractor, serious problem with power. It just doesn't have enough. But it's not really a shock. It shouldn't be a shock to anybody. This is your main tractor for this struggle. So I am going to keep an eye out for a better tractor. actually one of the Challengers might be a good option for this little farm. We'll have to wait and see though, guys. But yeah, once I get this field done, I'm really going to be trying to figure out what to do next on the farm. I'm probably going to put in a sawmill of some variety because I think that's important. I think that'd be a great addition. And this isn't the greatest lime spreader or fertilizer spreader in the world. As you can see, it is missing a fair amount. I mean, we will eventually figure it all out, but yeah. I would like to get a better spreader long term, so got to keep an eye out for that. And I would also like to spread lime on my grass field just to kind of maximize how that's doing. Long term with that, this current setup I have with this tractor, like I said, it's not working for me. So I'm gonna need to do something a bit different. I just don't know what that something different is yet. So yeah, guys, I am in the market for something a bit more powerful. It doesn't have to be anything sexy. I just need something a little bit more powerful. So please give me a comment or a selection down below. I've also been looking for a different production stream. So I've been on Mod Network. I'm going to jump over to Mod Kings and check that one out, that site out as well. Kind of thought about doing meat, but I was a little weirded out because they had horse meat as one of the options, and I thought that was kind of weird. But one of my friends was like, "Yeah, that's actually not weird." Apparently, horse is a fairly common and like meat, especially in tough times. But here in Michigan, not so much. I don't know anybody that eats horse. So yeah, I'm just trying to get the rest of this field taken care of. This is quite the incline for this tractor, and it definitely struggles with it. Alright, let's get some lime put down on this field as well. And what I will do also is just simply bring this closer, so I'm not driving all clear across my property just to get my lime. And once we get this field all taken care of, thought maybe I would sleep until October, because I don't really have any intentions of planting until next year again. So some of the things I haven't done yet that I need to do, I need to get some form of trailer or transport to haul cows around. I have an idea on that one, so yeah, I just have to follow through with it. So there are a couple of things that I do need. I want to get a winch system. I want to get, if I can get that taken care of, then I move on to the next thing I want. But like I said, I want to get a winch, and then if I can get that taken care of, then I can get those trees moved to a sawmill. I want to get some cows, but I have to get some sort of transport for cows. And I don't need to have 1,000,000 cows to start off with, guys. I just need enough to, once winter goes by, even 10 or 12 cows gonna bring in decent money, you know. So that's kind of where I'm at with the idea on cows. And I'm just kind of going back and forth. I can't really see what I put lime onto, which is unfortunate, but you know what? Something is better than nothing. It's kind of how I'm viewing it right now. So interesting tidbit. My kids are now all in school, go full time, 5 days a week. So I've been considering getting back into the workforce on a full time basis. What I've been doing since 2020 is gig work. So delivering, shopping and delivering groceries on multiple platforms. Um, you know, Also doing some delivery for the Zon. I mean, you guys should all know what the Zon is. I'm doing that, and I don't like doing that so much. It's it can get a little shady and dangerous, because you're delivering all over. So not my biggest, you know, not the thing I enjoy doing the most, I guess. But my wife is a government employee for the state, and she wants me to apply for the job she does because it pays a decent wage. She also thinks I'd be good at it, but I'm a little hesitant. My wife and I are very competitive and people, and I don't want it to turn into a competition. That's my biggest fear. Is she and I get really competitive on stuff. So, like I said, I don't want it to turn into some big competition between the two of us. I think we're beyond that point, but you just never know, because like that's really a hard thing to stop doing. Alright, I don't know if I've got everything covered in line. I'm really curious if I do. I mean, I'm not that curious. I don't think it's the end of the world if I don't, but no, I don't. Looks like I got a couple of spots that I do need to touch up, which is fine. I should have enough. It looks like I bought just enough lime to get it done. If you guys know of any mods that actually have rabbit pens and duck pens, I would really appreciate it if you'd let me know in the comments. It's kind of the animals that I was thinking is, you know, for this play through that would be ideal are rabbits and ducks. Another one would be, having a butcher shop to go along with it. So I am, like I said, looking for something different. It's always good to have something different. Just a side note, when I was in college, I worked for a grocery chain as a meat cutter. One of my all-time favorite jobs. The people that you work with, they're great. It takes a certain personality, I think, to sit in an ice-cold meat department. And yeah, I miss that work. So I'd really like to maybe someday get back to it. Alright. Enough blabbing about that sort of thing. What I think we do next is we're going to go ahead and we're going to sleep. And hope that tomorrow brings us some stuff in the used market that we could definitely capitalize on, like a winch and an animal transport of some variety. I have some, just didn't know if I want to buy them new. But let's go ahead and sleep, guys. Alright, what is on sale? Nothing that I can really use right now. And that's perfectly fine. But we can come out, we can check out our property real quick. The sunrise is always pretty pretty here. Grass, it says it's ready to harvest, but I want to let it go another. It's weird. It looks weird, but whatever. Alright, and then this is winter barley. It's growing, and its yield rate is really high, so I'm excited about that too. Okay, so let's take a look at what is in the market for the items that I need. One being a winch, two being an animal transport. I have some options. So I do have the cattle trailer here, which I can haul 2 at a time. I might have to go look for some mods. I can't really justify this right now. I could pay for it, but I can't justify it. So yeah, let's go ahead and at least look for a winch. Now, it's probably going to be the Tajfun right here. That one's only 6 tons. This one's 6.6. Why spend more? I don't know. I mean, I like the look of this one better. It has a chainsaw holder. I mean, like I said, I like the look of it, but I'm not going to spend more to get less. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to buy this one. And I'm also going to, you know what, I want to make this quicker, so I'm going to take and the other thing I want to buy is a weight. I'm kind of looking at the, that's not big enough. Are there other options in here? Yeah, I could go with this one. We'll just go with black, select, boy, yeah. So the other thing I need to do is I need to move my trailer. I was looking for yeah, I don't have that in there. I could get the herdsman stick, but alright. So what we need to do is I'm going to need to put sides on this trailer. I think. I haven't decided yet. It would actually be cheaper to get the different trailer. The reason I went with this way is it doesn't tie up my my hitch. What I think I'll do is go up to trailers. I'm going to get this one here. I'm not going to get the unrealistic, but I want to change that to black up top, and same with the rims. So yeah, there we go. We'll buy that one. I have them interchangeable so that I know which one is which. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get this back to the farm. And let's place our sawmill. And yeah, I think that'll be a good spot to end the episode. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to hire someone to bring this back so that we can just jump over to the farm, place ourselves a sawmill. Hopefully that'll work. All right, and we're just going to have him head that way. All right. Now what I want is I want a sawmill. Somewhere easy to easily accessible. And what I was kind of thinking is having it up here. So what I want to do is yeah, it's this one. So I don't want to block everything off, because that's the side that everything comes out. So I'm kind of leaning towards something like that. Yeah, just like that. And let me see what we got here. Oh, there is no more wood in here, but I have 1,000 liters of that. Now, this is right here is a distributor. Now, what I'm going to do with this, it's pretty straightforward. I'm just going to cut and drop. And it's going to drop trees right there. Next thing I want to do is I just want to turn this on to distribute. And we'll turn it on. And I want to do I think just beams for now. And as you can see, I'm going to eventually, I don't have access to all these trees, but I have access to enough of them. So let's get a couple of them cut, and I will that will give me just over 6,000 liters, which isn't enough. So I'm going to drop this one too. And I do apologize if you guys hear kids in the background. Summer break. Alright, so this would be a good good amount to just get me going. Oh, I might need to push this one. I don't know if my tractor will do it. So yeah, guys, that's, I think, a wrap on this episode. I've got the sawmill placed. I had to remove, another, a sheet pen. But I think long term we'll figure that out. Short term, we'll just have to go with that. Maybe I'll put chickens over in that area instead, and just get eggs for the time being. That might be my best bet. But I want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in. It's always a pleasure to have you guys check it out, and please leave comments. And if you guys have any ideas on where I can find rabbit enclosures or duck enclosures, please leave it in the comments. I'd love to add that. And we will see you guys next time. This is Graybeard Gaming, wishing you the very best of days. Be safe out there and do not eat the yellow snow. It is not lemon flavor. I do not care what anyone tells you. Be safe. Peace out.